Which of the following systems of linear equations has no solution? So this is where you're going to look at what types of equations produce lines that would meet no solution. Two equations could easily produce lines that cross and intersect at one point. Two equations can produce lines that are parallel to each other, which do not intersect, which would be what we're looking for, no solutions, because they don't touch. And then two equations can also produce two lines that are on top of each other, which would be infinitely many solutions. They would have the same slope and the same y-intercept. Parallel lines, we know, have the same slope. That's why they're parallel. So if we refer back to y equals mx plus b, and recall that the letter in front of the x, the m, that's the slope. The number in front of the x will be called the slope. And the b, the back number, the constant is your y-intercept. So I am looking for two equations that have matching numbers to be the same for the slope, matching numbers in front of the x. So my choices are A, B has matching numbers, C has two different numbers, and this is a horizontal and a vertical line. So I'm looking at these. Now I want two that have no solutions. So notice that these two have different y-intercepts. That would work for this. I need, on a graph, two lines to be parallel. They would have different, that's the y-axis, this is the x-axis, different y-intercepts. This would work. Now the reason that this one doesn't work is because this one, even though the 10s look alike, which I was wrong when I said that they were alike, they actually aren't, because notice that the x is missing. The first equation there, the y equals 10 one, is really y equals 0x. That's how the x is missing, plus 10. And the next one's y equals 10x plus 10. Those are different. So really the only one even possible that would have the same m's would be A. And lastly, this one right here, the hard one. You have an equation, you have two equations, system equations. You're trying to figure out what x and y are, and then you want to subtract x and y. What is the value of x minus y? So looking at this is just the way I would do it. There's actually multiple ways to do this, but they've already got y solved for 4x plus 1. So what I would do would put the 4x plus 1 in where I see y in the second equation. And to do so, I would need to use parentheses. So this was the original 4y that we see in the second equation. 4 times y. 4 times 4x plus 1, since that's what y is, equal to 15x minus 8. So I distribute the 4, 16x plus 4 times 1. This one's pretty easy to solve. Get your x's on the same side, so I'd have to minus 15x here, minus 15x here. I would get 1x equal, it's a plus 4 here, so I minus 4, minus 4. Negative 8 minus 4 is negative 12. So negative 12 is the x. Now I would need to put that 12 back into one of these equations to get the y. So I'm just going to use the first one since it's the simplest equation. 4, I'm going to put the 12 in for the x. I'm sorry, negative 12 in for the x. I would have negative 48 plus 1 would be negative 47. Now they want me to do x minus y. X was negative 12 minus negative 47. A minus and a negative turn into positives, so it's a plus here. So it's 47 minus 12, which is 35. 35 is B. That's the only way I can think of to do this one. I don't think I can come up with a shortcut.